Hello friends and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. My name's Dean. I'll be your host today. Wolfpack, I hope you're having an awesome day. I think things are good. There's some of our key indicators, the fundamentals that look amazing. We've got some record-breaking fundamentals again. Of course, we have a pullback in the price, and we'll discuss that and give some thoughts there too. We're also going to talk a little bit about security. This part is important. I'll try to put it early in the video, immediately after the fundamentals. I can point you to a video that I think is high quality content that people should watch to gain a better understanding of what's going on out there in the environment and things they can do to protect themselves and their investments from losses from scammers. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I don't make these videos for financial advice, but rather for entertainment and community building around the Saitama token. Please do your own research before you invest. So let's jump in and talk about Saitama fundamentals. Okay, so there are some great things going on today, and we'll take a look at those right now. So starting with holders, current number of holders, 129,200, an increase of 10,477 over yesterday. It's the highest increase in holders in between two videos for me. They're not always exactly 24 hours, but from one day to the next, that's the highest count. In the last 4 days, we have added 30,000 holders, really, for what it's worth. It's a rounding error at this point. Okay, that's incredible. There were 30,000 holders in the first 5 months, and we just added 30,000 holders in 4 days. So the project is really accelerating. We did see a pullback in the market cap, which is correlated to a pullback in the price. And like I say, I do have some thoughts on that as to why that might be, in spite of having amazing news today with the exchanges. The volume in the last 24 hours, 112 million. Okay, this is definitely a record day for volume. And it looks good on the burn. So we ticked up a couple of hundredths in the burn, which is great. Hey, current rank of Saitama coin on CoinMarketCap, basing it off of our current market cap, is 56. So we're holding in there fairly strong in the top 100, which is right where we want to be. The more you're in that space, the more attention you're going to get and the more validity your project has. People see that the project is successful, that it's succeeding, and it opens it up to a lot more eyes that could potentially invest. At the rate of volume that we had compared to our price, we would be burning 1% about every 32 days, or 11.53% per year. So again, we're showing great things here. And just to be totally honest, when I did my burn video, I actually thought that as our price went up like this, that the burn rate would slow down. But because our volume has increased proportionately speaking to our price increase, the burn rate continues at a nice pace. Okay, I'm very encouraged. So one of our viewers did ask if I could also show the quantity of token burned in the day, and I'll just show it to you. I will say this. It's a little hard to get your mind around because when you hear the numbers are massive, but the supply of token is massive as well. So based on today's volume, we burned 18.7 trillion coins. I totaled the last 7 days, and we have burned almost exactly 100 trillion coins in 1 week. Now that is a large, large number. But you have to remember, we still have in our supply 44 quadrillion. So to make this somewhat more consumable, I just said, okay, if we divide that by 1 quadrillion, which is 1%, how much have we burned? And we've burned basically 1/10 of 1% in 7 days. Okay, so that's, take it for what it is. It's interesting, but it's hard to make meaningful sense out of that because the numbers are so astronomically large. So I don't know if I'll keep it or not keep it. Let me know what you guys think in the show notes. All right, let's move on to the safety and security portion that I wanted to talk about. So you guys know I've made a couple videos talking about some security concerns and some scams that have been taking place in Saitama and in the crypto space in general. And they're very disturbing. And people have even commented that they have lost tokens. A lot of people have commented that they have seen these dusting scams in their accounts. So the best information I have to this point is do not interact with them. Don't try to move them out of your wallet. Don't try to sell them. If you have a wallet that will allow you to hide them so they're out of your way. And in that case, they're relatively harmless unless you're trying to transact them or move them out. But I still don't fully understand it. Okay. So I talked yesterday about just Moonshot, and one of our viewers pointed out that there was some great content produced yesterday by Gagain with just Moonshot. So this video here, Saitama Token Major Updates and Security 101 with Moonshot, I'll post a link in the show description. It was a live stream. It did go for about 2 hours. I made it through about 2/3 of it so far. And the information is very good. And it's encouraging, okay, that there are things we can do to protect ourselves. We don't need to, I mean, we should be concerned, but you don't have to overly fret. Just take steps that are appropriate. And if nothing else, know what the threats are and don't interact with those threats, okay? There are things happening still in my comments I'm trying to weed out. But if you get any kind of a solicitation from WhatsApp or, you know, somebody saying, come to this person for amazing crypto advice, it's just, in my opinion, it's straight scam stuff, okay? Don't interact with those people. I won't ask you to go to a sidebar discussion in WhatsApp or to send me any crypto or to talk to me about your private security keys or those kind of things. No one, you should never have that conversation with anybody. Okay, so I'll put a link in the show notes. If you get a chance, I would highly, highly recommend that you watch it. It could save you lots of heartache and money also. Okay, so let's dip into price here for just a minute. Okay, so we know that we listed on 2 major exchanges today. I actually have them pulled up. One of them is Gate.io. The other one was Bitmart. And I see Saitama in both of those. I haven't tried to make any purchases. If you have made purchases on either of those platforms, please leave in the comments your experience. How are the fees compared to DeFi? How is the ease of use compared to DeFi? Just to give us all a sense of what's going on in that space with these new listings. Okay, so in spite of the fact that we have those 2 new listings, the price is down, currently showing 14% down from yesterday's highs, which were close to 7085. So why is that? Well, the reason, this is my personal opinion, okay, but people buy the headline, they sell the news, okay? So people who are forward-looking investors, they don't buy something the day the 2 big exchanges list. They've been buying it for the last 2 weeks, knowing that these things are coming, okay? Especially when we have a little bit of lead time like we did on these. Sometimes things just happen out of the blue, and yes, on those days you'll see a big run-up. But we had some lead time. So people have known and they've been buying, and then other people are like, hey, this is going to be good because these listings are coming, and people buy in. And the people that are in early in that process, when the news actually drops, they'll sell and take some profits. And then a lot of them will invest right back in when the price dips down. So you can see that playing out here. It dipped, it recovers. It's dipped, it's recovered. It's dipped, it's recovered. You know, this right here might be a pretty big whale type sell. I mean, that was a pretty dramatic drop in a very short period of time. This one is more subtle. This one is more subtle, but recovering each time. I'm not the least bit concerned about it. And the good news is we do now have the listings in place. So people that are already investing on those platforms now have access to Saitama. And the more the word gets out, we should see an increase in new wallets and in people owning Saitama, which hopefully will continue to put upwards pressure on the price. Okay, so I'm just saying, wouldn't sweat it. I think we're going to be just fine. And we haven't even given back, I mean, comparative to the run-up we've had in the last 3 days, we haven't given back much of that. There's still pretty strong support for the project, which is bullish in my opinion. Okay, so if you're interested in technical analysis, watch Chad Reddings, watch Austin Hilton, watch Zach Humphreys. All of them do a great job, and all 3 of them talk about Saitama on a technical analysis or chart-based trading discussions. I don't know. They're all technical analysis guys. All right. So with that said, let's take a quick look at the jelly bean jar contest and reflections. Okay. So reflections are the rewards that you earn for being a Saitama holder. Because the volume was high, I had a pretty amazing day. Okay. I got 375 million free Saitama tokens just for holding Saitama. Since August 31st, since I've been tracking it, I've now received 13 billion free Saitama tokens. And at current prices, that makes my reflections or rewards worth $947. Okay, so even though the price is down today, I'm still happy and I'm feeling good because I got 375 million free tokens. It makes it for a great day. Okay, and when the price goes back up, those 375 million tokens go up with them. So they're going to be worth more and more over time. I did a live stream last night on the jelly bean jar, and I just want to show you because it's pretty fascinating what's going on here. We talked about having 100, let's double check that holder count, 129,206. So in spite of the fact that many people were very optimistic about how many holders we would have by the end of October, most people have been eliminated, okay? 129,000 takes us down to here. So let's go ahead and just color those out real quick. Okay, that only leaves 9 people who guessed higher than what we have. What this tells me is, in spite of the fact we were optimistic, Saitama is blowing away our expectations, which is incredible. So these folks up here, you're looking pretty good, and there's quite a spread here, and we're only talking about 4 more days. So some of these folks, Tashi 1990, Joe Trump, Sean Yardley, Alan J, the Wandering Firefighters got a shot there. Rick got 2 shots. Kaval Dylan, Fulsomenko, and Milad Gavami, you're all still in it. If we run past all of these, which I don't think that we will, but I've been wrong pretty much every time. So then we will have a winner because somebody will be closest on the low side and will draw back to the community for the other 10 billion tokens. So it's getting very exciting, and those 10 billion tokens now are worth considerable, guys. We're talking $700+ times 2. So hopefully that will go to somebody who can really use it, and it's exciting. I think it's very exciting. All right, folks, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Check back with me tomorrow. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.